Hey guys, it's Kayla. Welcome to On the Fritz. This is where I talk about bookish things, usually in a hot mess fashion. I'm so excited. Today I'm doing my TBR for the historical romance readathon. Yay! This readathon takes place from March 16th to the 22nd, and it is hosted by Remarkably Lisa, Lacey Book Lovers, and Jess at Peace Love Books. So basically, the prompt here is just to read historical romances. Sold. They have a bingo card with different prompts on there, and they have that and cute little TBR thing and other goodies on their Instagrams if you want to check that out. But yeah, let's get into my TBR. I have a nice organized spreadsheet at work, not at home. So I'm going to try to, off the top of my head, tick off the different bingo boxes that each of these books apply to. Okay, so first up I have A Texan's Luck by Jodi Thomas. This is an historical western. This is book 3 in her Texas Wife Lottery series. So good. Basically the premise here is that there are 3 women that were on their way to California on the wagon trail, and they got kicked out for different reasons, and they got abandoned in Texas. They had to fight for their lives against this man that they didn't know who he was, and so they got put into jail for murder. And the small town in Texas, they decide that they would raffle off these women to the different single men in town, and if the man's name was drawn and he could pay the woman's bail, he could have her, basically. So it sounds ridiculous. It is ridiculous, but it's really fun. Very action-packed. The steam factor is pretty low. Her writing is kind of her romance scenes are very metaphorical, and some even fade to black. But this series I love so much. Actually, this book I had gotten about halfway through and I put it down and hadn't picked it up yet. So this is going to be a slight reread finish for me. So the boxes that this one ticks off is maybe a scarred hero. This is book 3, so this follows the girl was bought for by this old man, but she wasn't to marry the old man. She was supposed to marry his son, who was away at war, and he never comes back. So she's married to him, but he doesn't live there, and she helps take care of the dad and runs he has a newspaper print factory, and so she runs that, and so she's a very independent woman. And then her husband finally makes his way back to town after his dad has passed to kind of settle his finances and sell the shop that she lives at and works at. So since he's a war guy, he might be a scarred hero. I don't remember. It is a marriage of convenience since she was married to get out of jail. It is in a series. It is set outside of London. It takes place in Texas. It is pubbed after 2000, and it takes place in the Gilded Age. So those are all the boxes for that. So next on my TBR, I had Mine Till Midnight by Lisa Kleypas. This was going to be my first Lisa Kleypas book, but I recently just started the Ravenel series, and I'm obsessed. Oh my gosh. So I'm on book 2 in the Ravenels currently, filming this. So by the time the readathon starts, I'll probably be on book 3 or 4. So depending on that, it would either be Devil in Spring or Hello Stranger. The Ravenel series follows just the family and the Ravenels, and they're known for their temper, and it each book follows a different sibling or cousin or person, and I love it. I'm obsessed. So I may or may not get to Mine Till Midnight by Lisa Kleypas. That's book 1 in another series, the Wallflower series, I believe. So I'm not sure if, knowing me, I like to binge through series. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be in the mood to pick that one up yet, but it's going to be one of those, or both, or all of them, Lisa Kleypas books. Next on my TBR, I have Tempest by Beverly Jenkins. I'm so excited. I have not read Beverly Jenkins yet. It was hard for me to decide between this one and Forbidden. In this series, this is the Old West series. But I'm really excited because this one features a mail order bride, and the heroine actually like shoots the hero, and that's like their meet cute. And I'm so excited. This also like takes place in Wyoming. I'm originally from Montana, which is close to Wyoming, and it has the same kind of culture and vibe. So I'm really excited to get to this book for many reasons. The only bummer is that it's book 3 in a series. I really like to read series in order, especially since I know we'll see, you kind of, in companion series, you see other characters, and you kind of are introduced to other characters early on in the series. But this is the one that's screaming out to me, and this is the one I plan to read for the readathon. So the tropes that are in this book are marriage of convenience, in a series, set outside of London, pubbed after 2000, a POC main character, Gilded Age, and by an author of color. And now I have the group book, which is Hearts Aflame by Johanna Lindsey. This cover is hard to see. I really like the old-timey one, but this is what my library had. It just has like a weird, it just has like the weird angel mermaid baby on a boat. This is the group book. This is by Johanna Lindsey, who I have not read yet either. She's a very well-loved, best-selling author in the historical romance community. She had just recently passed away. I've not read from her yet. This one is book 2 in a series, and I believe it is about a Viking abduction story. So I don't know if the hero is a pirate and he abducts the girl who's a Viking. I think that's what I read. Or if they're both Vikings, I don't know. But there's abduction, they're on a ship, so I'm gonna call them pirates. And yeah, I'm really excited to get to this one. This one was also published in 1987, so I have not read an old romance book yet. So I'll see how this holds up. So let's see, this is published before 2000. I'm gonna say pirate, in a series. It may, I think it is set outside of London since I heard Viking, so I think they're on the waters somewhere. By Johanna Lindsey, that's a prompt. And yeah, those are the ones that are off the top of my head without having read the book, so. And finally on my TBR, I have Lord of Scoundrels by Loretta Chase. This one I've seen like pop around a lot recently, and I want to get to it ASAP. This is another book in a series. It's like 2 or 3 in the series, but I want to get to it now. So this one I believe is about a gal who's trying to help out her brother who got into like a bad deal or some kind of a weird arrangement with the Marquis or the upcoming Marquis. And she finds herself in a scandalous situation with him. And in historical romance, if you're caught in a scandalous situation, like in a bedroom alone or a compromising position, that usually means you are ruined and you have to get married. So this is a marriage of convenience because of an unfortunate situation. So the boxes for this one, I'm going to say titled hero. There is Lord in the title, but it's about a Marquis, but I'm going to count it. This is pubbed before 2000. This was in 1995, so it's another kind of older historical romance that a lot of people say still holds up to today. In a series, marriage of convenience, a rake. Scoundrels, like a similar kind of term for a rake, so I'm assuming we got a rake hero. And yeah, so those are the prompts off the top of my head I'm gonna think of. So yeah, I'm so excited to be participating in this. I am in a huge historical romance mood. As I mentioned earlier, I've already been binging through the Ravenel series. So if you're participating, please let me know. Let me know what you're reading, or give a video TBR. I would love to watch it. I've been looking forward to this for some time. I'm excited to see who else is either going to be reading historical romance for the first time or who else loves historical romance like I do. I have social media links down below if you want to be friends and interact at other places. If you want to see more videos from me, please consider subscribing. I read romance, horror, science fiction, comic books, fantasy. Those are my genres of choice. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I'll see you next time. Bye.